Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So I just got off work and I just wanted to have a little chat here about how I feel like nursing homes are like revolving doors when it comes to employees. Meaning like if you get a job at a nursing home, right? Half the people, if you decide to stay for a while, half the staff that's there, as far as CNAs and nurses, med aides, half the staff that is there when you start will not be there once you decide to quit or leave or whatever, 9 times out of 10. Because, well, for one thing, it's very difficult working at nursing homes. Very difficult. It's not like a regular job. If you've always had like an office job, a regular 9 to 5 type job, you will not understand. Until you've worked at the nursing home as a CNA or a nurse, you will not understand like how difficult it is trying to take care of multiple people at one time, being responsible for multiple people with disabilities, that you're doing everything for them. And some of them, have dementia, so some of them may be combative, behavior problems, and you're doing the best that you can, especially when you're short staffed. It's so difficult. So that's one reason why, nursing homes are always hiring, because people are always quitting. So I think for one reason, like, you have brand new CNAs and nurses, right? It's easy to get on at a nursing home, so that might be one of the first jobs they get is a CNA or a nurse. So they get their first nursing job, and it's so hard. It's so difficult, and they're like, "What the hell did I get myself into?" Right? And they decide to quit, go to another one to try it out, or maybe they'll go to assisted living, or they just quit nursing altogether. I've seen that, and the reason I wanted to talk about this because there were 3 CNAs that had got hired at my job, on second shift, and like last week, and when I came back, I was like, what happened to them other CNAs? They got hired like for full time. It was one older man and a younger girl and another younger girl. I think this was her first CNA job ever. And they all quit. One girl didn't even make it past training. I was like, wow. And then there was these 2 LPNs. They quit after like literally only being off training for like a few days, and they quit. No notice. All these people, they didn't give no kind of notice or anything. And then before that, there was a couple of nurses that got hired. They stayed for like, I want to say maybe a good 2-3 weeks. And after that, they quit. No 2-week notice or nothing. And I've seen that happen several times, right? So that's why I'm calling it a revolving door. Because employees are in and out, in and out, in and out. So you have like the newbies that they realize how difficult this is. Some newbies obviously stick it out, and some are like, hell no, I'm not being no CNA, or I'm not being no nursing home. I'm not doing it. I've seen that happen. Then you had they quit like after a week or two. Then I've seen new CNAs or whatever, or nurses stick it out for maybe like 3 months, then quit. Then I've seen others, they might stick it out for like 6 months, even maybe 6 to 8 months, and they're trying, and they can't take it no more, and they quit, right? Maybe they go to a hospital, or they do home health, or they just quit nursing altogether. Now, in some nursing homes, you might come across a couple of loyal employees, meaning like they've been a CNA or a nurse there for like 5+ years, even 10 years maybe. That's very rare, though. That's very rare in nursing homes. But once in a while, I've came across that where you'll have 1 or 2 CNAs or nurses that's been with the company for several years. I mean, when I say several, I mean like 4 or 5 or more years. And I guess maybe they're just comfortable with the job. And some people like staying at the same job. I know some people don't like job hopping. So even though if the job gets really bad, they still try to stick it out because they don't like starting over. Because it can be hard job hopping, starting over all the time. Or to some people, it can be scary because you have to learn the place all over again, even though you're doing the same kind of work. Every nursing home is not the same. You're learning the place, learning everybody's personality, learning the residents, and the different times that they do things and stuff like that. So a lot of people like to stay at the same job. But yeah, it's like nursing homes are just a revolving door. Like at the job I'm at now, honestly, I didn't plan on being there long. I thought I was going to quit sooner. I was like, I'm going to be here for like 6 months. I always say I'm here for a good time, not a long time. But now I've been there for almost 2 years now. So yeah. For one thing, the interview, well, I got hired on the spot, but when I first had the interview, I remember she was asking me questions like, I didn't think you're supposed to ask these kind of questions in a job interview. But she was like, do you have any small kids? Are you going to have trouble getting here? That's the main thing she asked me. And I got hired. I said, no, I don't have any kids. But I got hired on the spot. So yeah, that's why nursing homes are always hiring. People are always quitting. So yeah, I mean it's difficult. It's wearing out on me. You know what I'm saying? It's wearing out on me because it's not just a regular job. For the CNAs and the nurses, especially the CNAs, it's not just a regular job. You're dealing with a lot, and plus, nursing homes have to stay open 24/7, so they have to have staff 24/7. It don't matter what holiday is. It's not like an office job where they're off on Christmas and stuff like that, Thanksgiving. It don't matter what kind of weather is outside. It doesn't matter. They need people there 24/7. So it's, dealing with different, like I said, different personalities and stuff like that. Yeah, it could be very difficult, and a lot of people get burnt out, or they just can't take it no more. A lot of people just realize it's not for them. So yeah, like nursing homes are really like a revolving door. Somebody gets hired, you don't know if they're gonna stay there or if they're gonna quit in 3 days because they hate it. I don't know. That was just kind of crazy how they just quit. And lots of people in nursing homes, they don't give a notice. Some do, but a lot of people don't even give a notice. They just don't show up, disappear, or I've seen some people call and say, I'm just not coming back. They don't care. Like, it's crazy. But it's very difficult. And honestly, it's starting to wear out on me. Just even with like giving medication, trying to. It's different if somebody's in their right mind. They have the right to refuse. Everybody has the right to refuse. But if somebody like has dementia or something, and it's just an important pill, like a blood pressure medicine, a blood thinner or whatever, and I'm trying to convince them to take this medicine, but they might have dementia or something. To them, I'm just trying to get them to take this strange pill. They don't know what's going on, and it can be very difficult. You're trying to keep people safe and stuff that don't understand what you're doing. Like this one man tonight, I guess he's got dementia now, and he will not stay off the floor. Even after having an Ativan and stuff, like, is that, but they say they have the right to fall, so, but it's just, it can get very tough, difficult. Yeah. But I'm gonna go now. I just wanted to share my thoughts about that with y'all. Why, like I said, nursing homes are like revolving doors. New people all the time. New people are quitting all the time. It's just kind of crazy. Even with lots of places, even with managers and stuff. I remember when I was agency, And this guy just got hired on to be like a unit manager or whatever. And I think by week 2, he walked out. The job was so stressful to him, he walked out because somebody said that he thought that, when he was going to become a nurse manager at the nursing home, he thought he was just going to sit behind the desk all day. But this nursing home in particular, it was very unorganized because they used agency. Like 90% of the people that worked there were agency. They barely had their own staff. It was a mess. So they tried to get him to not walk out, but he just walked out in the middle of his shift. So yeah. But I'm gonna go down, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.